Marathon or sprint? How long is church service? Church. The average church service lasts about an hour. In many churches, there is a place and time where the people gather for coffee and fellowship, Bible study, or group meetings, that could extend the time there to 2 or more hours. People usually stay as long as the service lasts. How long is church service? Church services are a great way to commune with God and reach out to those in your community. But what is the average length of a church service? The answer may surprise you. On average, churches last for about an hour and 15 minutes. However, this time period can vary depending on the type of service that is being held and how many people attend. This article will discuss the various lengths of church services as well as why they differ from one another. What is a church service? A church service consists of a gathering of people to worship God. Many churches gather on Sundays, but some also meet during the week for Bible study and fellowship activities. These events are held in what is known as the sanctuary or building where the church meets. However, this may vary depending on your local area's culture. Sometimes small groups will host services at members' homes. How long is a church service? The main purpose of a church service is to give worship to God and learn more about Him through the preaching of His Word, or Bible. Many churches also have a time for baptisms, weddings, and funerals. As you can see, there are many reasons why people might attend a church service. Church services usually last around an hour and 15 minutes. However, this varies depending on the denomination of the church as well as the activities that are taking place. For example, if your church has a large choir and orchestra, the service will likely last longer than one without these additions. How long is a typical church service? The average church service is about an hour long. However, many churches have shorter services and some have longer ones. It really depends on the church and what they are doing. The typical church service includes songs. There will be a mix of hymns and contemporary songs. Prayer. There will be prayers throughout the service. Reading. The Bible will be read aloud. Sermon. A sermon is typically preached by the pastor or another leader in the church. Communion. Some churches will offer communion to their parishioners. Offering. There may be an offering taken during the service that is used for church expenses like staff and building costs. There are many different types of church services, including traditional service. This type of service follows a typical order with hymns, prayer, and scripture reading in addition to preaching or teaching. Contemporary service. The focus is on contemporary songs and styles rather than traditional ones found in traditional services. Evangelistic meeting/conference. These meetings tend to last all day long as they begin early morning until late afternoon or evening depending on what time worship begins at your particular church. Many churches also have special services for things like Easter, Christmas, and Lent. These services can last longer than an hour since they include extra elements like drama or music. Services vary from church to church, so it's important to visit a few before deciding which one you want to attend regularly. You may find that you prefer announcements. There will be announcements made during the service. These can include things like upcoming events, birthdays, and updates about church leadership. Some additions to that time window is coffee. Some churches will serve coffee and donuts after the service. Food. Some churches have meals following their services, especially on Sundays. Bible classes. Some churches will have classes following, before their service. The duration of a church service varies by denomination and culture, but generally lasts for about an hour on average. Ministry meetings. There may be other church meetings held during the week in addition to Sunday morning services. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author. Welcome to our family. View all posts.